In this video, I will show you how to create this makeup look using the all-new Too Faced Pretty Rich eyeshadow palette, as well as the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation by NARS. I'm unboxing a few brand new products today with you live on camera. I'm excited to show you how I created this look, and thank you so much for watching. I'm Rita Almusa, Master Esthetician and Beauty Expert, and firstly I'd like to show you how I prep my skin before makeup. I start by using an eye makeup remover and a Q-tip to remove any residual eye makeup after I've cleansed my face. Following this, I will use a toner. Today I'm using the Rose Water Toner by Mint Pear. Next up is my serum, the Collagen Serum from Mint Pear, Daily Moisturizer, and eye cream. Since it is winter, I do like to use the rosehip oil on top of all of my products, and this helps to make sure that my foundation is beautiful and flawless and glowing all day long. I want to show you how I cleanse my brushes before I start this tutorial. I like to use the Sephora Daily Brush Cleaner on a towel and gently cleanse the brushes. It's super fast, super easy, and all of my brushes are going to be from Mint Pear today. Now, unboxing for the very first time, I'm using the NARS foundation. Again, this is the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and I am using the shade Light 3.5. I'm going to apply my foundation today with the Mint Pear Beauty Blending Sponge rather than what I usually use, which is my flat top kabuki. And the reason for this is because I want to see how this goes on using a sponge. So this is exciting for me to try this with you guys today. My first impressions of this foundation are that it is not a matte foundation again, so it's kind of in the middle between a glowing finish and a matte finish. It's right there in that natural skin texture type of finish, which I love. It's beautiful, very buildable, especially when I put this over the rosehip oil. Now, as I'm applying this, I realized that it is pretty familiar. I feel like it's very similar to one of my favorite foundations, which is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Foundation, and I feel like it looks really great applying with a beauty blending sponge. So I'm very impressed with this foundation. Next up, I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination, and I'm using the shade Medium. I have found that this concealer works better if you warm it up with your finger. So as you can see, I'm applying this with light patting motions, just warming up the product between my finger and my skin. And since I have super long nails, it's really hard to get in the center and the corner, so I'm using the Beauty Blending Sponge to just press this in and get that hard to reach area in my inner corner. I'm going to set everything with my favorite setting powder, which is the Translucent Setting Powder by Laura Mercier. This is really going to lock my foundation and my concealer in place all day. Next up, I am going to reach into one of my favorite palettes. This is by Urban Decay, and I'm pulling the bronzer here named Jawbone, and I'm applying this with the Rounded Soft Blend M64. As you can see, I'm applying this just slightly under the highest point of my cheek and onto my temples. For blush, I'm using the X-rated shade from this kit. I wanted to slow down here and show you how I apply my blush. If you can notice, it's very gentle, soft motions. And when I do it in fast motion, it looks a little rough, but I'm actually very gentle when I'm applying my products. And I take the kabuki to blend out the edges. Now, I have found that this is actually one of my favorite highlighters. It's from that same kit from Urban Decay. It's called Now's the Time. But look how beautiful this applies. I'm using the Crease Blend M38 brush from the 7-piece set. I love how it looks. I think it's a beautiful highlighter. I really think they did a fantastic job with creating this highlighter. It's very comparable to Becca, it's comparable to Natasha Denona. I clean my eyebrows with a Q-tip to ensure there's no foundation, and I'm using the IT Cosmetics Universal Brow Pencil. I want to slow down and show you guys how I use a feathering technique to fill in my brows. A lot of you have questions about how to create a natural looking brow, and this is how I achieve this, by recreating natural hair strokes. I would love to know what you are struggling with the most, or what you would like to know more about in this tutorial. If there's anything that you learned and you really benefited from, please leave a comment below and let me know what you loved about the video. I'm setting my eyebrows in place with the Gimme Brow by Benefit. And I'm so excited. I qualified for the 500 point set from NARS from Sephora, and I was super excited because I've been looking for an eyeshadow base, and it looks like this kit includes the smudge proof eyeshadow base from NARS, and I'm going to use it for the very first time today and let you know how I feel about it. I'm always very happy with NARS products. I feel like they're high quality, they're worth the money, and I feel like they last a very long time. I like the idea that they included a wand to apply this product. And I'm going to take my Mint Pear Beauty Blending Sponge to blend out that inner corner. The idea of using an eyeshadow base is to make sure that your eyeshadow stays in place, number one. You don't get that crease in the middle of your eye during the day. And also, you won't use as much eyeshadow. It's going to save product because your product is going to go on very pigmented. I'm reaching in for the brand new palette from Too Faced. This is the Pretty Rich eyeshadow palette, and I'm so excited to unbox this for you and use this for the very first time live on camera. My first impressions are that this packaging is very cute. It's adorable. I think Too Faced really nailed it with the packaging. It's a nice cushiony cover, and then there's just so much cute little detail going on. I'm really happy with the packaging. It's very cute and durable. Now, opening up the palette, let's have a look at these beautiful shades. I feel like this palette is everything that you hope and wish for during the holidays. You have so many different glittery, shimmery holiday looks. You can pull off golds, pinks, you even have some silvers here. You have a nice blue that I rarely use, but I'm going to give it a shot. And I feel like this is just a beautiful, gorgeous, glamorous palette. Every girl should have this in their collection. Also, can we talk about how adorable this mirror is? Look how cute this, I mean, everything that they just put so much thought into the packaging. It's adorable. So I'm taking that first shade, It's Designer, and I'm applying this to my lid. I'm applying this right below the brow bone. And I'm applying this with the Stiff Shader M57. As you can see, I'm packing on the eyeshadow. So rather than dragging and spreading the product, I'm lightly pressing the eyeshadow onto my eyelid. Next shade I'm reaching for is Fancy That. I'm going to add this to my crease, and I'm actually going to take my crease a little bit higher than I normally do for today's look. These colors are beautiful. I feel like they're really pigmented and they go on really well. They spread really well. I'm going to take that transition shade out just a little bit to the end of my eyebrow, past my eye, and this will help to elongate my eye and give more of that glamorous, feminine, feline look. I'm going to blend everything with the crease blend M38. Next up is the shade It's Cashmere, and this is a little bit of a warmer transition shade that I'm going to apply over the first transition shade, and I'm applying this a little bit closer to my crease. And then also onto the inner corner of my lid and the outer corner of my lid, keeping that center clear and ready to pop. Taking the stiff shader M57, I'm going to apply that same shade, It's Cashmere, to the bottom lower lash line, all the way into my inner corner. This is really going to help complete the look and connect the bottom and the top. And I'm also extending that into a little bit of a cat eye, following the line from my bottom lash line angle. Next up, I'm using a little bit of a darker shade, and this is going to be, oh, that's rich. I'm applying this with the stiff shader M57 to the outer corner of my lid and blending that into the crease. The key here with darker shades is to apply in layers. So as you can see, I'm starting lighter and I'm adding and adding in as I need more. I'm taking that same shade into the inner corner of my eye to create a nice deep 3D effect. And then I will blend this over into my crease, again avoiding the center of my eyelid. Remember, you can always add more, but it's really hard to take it away once you get too much on. So the key here is just slowly adding and layering more product as you need. Again, blending out with the Crease Blend M38. Now that everything is nicely blended, I'm going to take the crease blend and I'm going to grab a little bit more of that transition shade that I was using. It's Cashmere, just to warm up the transition. Keeping it above that lower lash line that I created. Next, I'm going to take the stiff shader M57 and I'm taking that dark shade, Oh That's Rich, and I'm applying this to my lower lash line just from the outer corner to the center of my eye and extending into a cat eye. I'm going to take the same concealer that I used for under my eyes and I'm going to apply a little tiny bit with my finger to the center of my eyelid. This will ensure that my product, number 1, sticks and number 2, stands out. And now for the fun. Okay, so I'm reaching in and I'm using the Fluent in Diamonds. I love that name, that's so cute. And let me tell you guys, this is a beautiful, beautiful eyeshadow. I feel like it's very usable. The glitter did not get all over it, didn't make a huge mess. I just applied this with my finger, again, not a brush. It really looks like diamonds, like gold and diamonds. It's beautiful. I'm so impressed with this palette. I cannot stress this for you guys enough. This is exactly the gold that I was looking for. Now with the stiff shader, I'm going to take the Kohl Under Pressure shade and I'm going to create an eyeliner with this eyeshadow. The fun thing about this shade is it actually has a little bit of glitter in it, so it's a nice glam black glittery shade. It's really fun. One tip when you are trying to apply black eyeshadow as an eyeliner, it's really important that you're using the right brush, number 1. And number 2, it's important to tap your brush to make sure you don't get too much product on your brush, because then you will get product falling off onto your foundation, your under eye area, and that will just make a mess. So just make sure that you tap your brush before you go to apply it to make sure you don't make a mess. Now I'm going to use that same highlighter from Urban Decay, Now's the Time, and I'm applying this with the Curved Placement M34 brush just to the inner corner of my eye for a nice subtle pop. I'm going to throw on a quick coat to my top and bottom lashes with They Are Real by Benefit. Coffee. My lashes today are by the brand Kiss. I like to trim and also work them so that they're loose enough when I apply. Today's lip liner is by MAC in the shade Subculture. And today I'm using the Smashbox lipstick in the shade Pretty Social, which is a nice neutral pink to offset this glamorous, intense eyeshadow look. I just realized that I used the eyeshadow palette Pretty Rich and I used the lipstick shade Pretty Social, which was unplanned, but that's pretty awesome. And here's the final look. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I really hope that you picked up a few tricks and I would love to know your feedback. What did you learn? What did you love? Is there anything that you would like me to cover in more detail? If you'd like to see more videos like this, be sure that you hit the subscribe button below and like the video to let me know that it was helpful. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you in my next video and have a beautiful day.